I know a while ago I did a blurb or a video about the Navajo code talkers, whom I admire greatly. But also, someone sent me a message and asked me if I'd heard of the Choctaw code talkers. And I had not, but I have now. More on my heroes list. They served, 19 of them were the first to use their native language to confuse the enemy, and it made a big difference in the outcome of World War I. More than 90 years ago, the Choctaws of World War I volunteered to serve in the army, and they joined the army to go to foreign lands just to be part of the war effort. Some of them were overheard speaking their native language in the middle of the battlefield in France, and an officer had a brainstorm. Trained the Choctaws to use their words as code. They were placed strategically on front lines and at command posts so that messages could be transmitted without being understood by the enemy. 19 of them have been documented as being the first to use their own language as a code to transmit military messages. And back home, their families couldn't know about it. In fact, the nation didn't until 1980. During the First World War, the tapping of the American Army's phone lines, the Germans were able to learn the location of where the Allied forces were and where the supplies were. But when these Choctaw men were put on the phones and talked in their native speech, the Germans couldn't effectively spy on the transmissions. Brilliant. Remember that Native Americans didn't even receive nationwide citizenship until 1924. Yet these men were both patriotic and valiant, with a desire to serve in the war effort. Many Choctaw men volunteered in World War I to fight for our country. Choctaw code talkers of World War I were instrumental, as I mentioned, in ending the war. Many of Choctaw and other tribal nations served with distinction using native language in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. The U.S. Army Choctaw code talkers of World War I and World War II have kind of left a lasting legacy. The state of Oklahoma, the United States of America as well. These telephone warriors are the very first to use their native language on battlefields against the German army. And they began there and in the beginning of World War II. 19 of these pioneered the use of the language and an unbreakable code. Their war deeds were forgotten and not spoken of because of military sensitivity to the late 1980s. And the Congress of the United States has recognized their contributions during World War I and World War II, awarding them the Congressional Gold Medal. I just want to read some names here. Maybe they won't mean anything to you, but they have become important to me. Private First Class Albert Billy, Private Mitchell Bob, Corporal Victor Brown, Ben Carterbury, Benjamin Colbert Jr., Private First Class George Edwin Davenport, Private Joseph Harvey Davenport, Corporal James Morrison Edwards, Corporal Tobias William Fraser, Private Benjamin Wilburn Hampton, Noel Johnson, Corporal Otis Wilson, leader, Corporal Solomon Bond Luis, Corporal Peter P. Maytaby, Jeff Nelson, Private First Class Joseph Oklahoma, Robert Taylor, Captain Charles Walter Yeach, Corporal Calvin Wilson. And in World War II, Lieutenant Schlitt Billy, Private First Class Forrester Baker, and Corporal Andrew Perry, Sergeant Davis Pickens. To them and their offspring, and to the first Americans, the first peoples, I offer you my heartfelt salute. Thank you for your service.